Norway. We'll be asking how good is Jude Bellingham and what happened to Erling Haaland. But we'll kick things off with Argentina against Switzerland. And once again, the defending champions made hard work of it. In the end, 3-1, you think, oh, okay, pretty easy then for Lionel Messi's side. No, that is not how it played out at all. And things kind of went Argentina's way early on. Great header from McAllister would make it 1-0. Switzerland then reduced to 10 men. However, before that, we'd seen Doy make it 1-1. And then Argentina couldn't capitalise on that extra man. It looked like we were going to head for penalties after Switzerland defended so well in extra time. But in the end, a little bit of magic from Julian Alvarez would prove to be the difference. Lautaro Martinez scoring late on. Argentina through by 3-1. But once again, the conversation, Craig, is about Argentina just doing enough, as they did against Cape Verde, as they did against Egypt, but they didn't. There wasn't the swagger. They didn't impress us. But once again, they are through.
No, they're chaotic. They're chaotic. And but they have a little sprinkling of magic. We didn't really see the Messi magic tonight, but we've seen Julian Alvarez with that goal, those moments that change games for them. And it's been moments for them, particularly in the knockout stages, rather than a 90 minutes or 120 of control. We haven't seen that. And if we're being honest, they've had quite a lot of decisions, right or wrong, fall on their lap. The dominoes has fallen their way thus far. The sending off, I think, was correct, but it certainly helped. The decision in the Egypt game was debatable. The Messi match day 1, when he raked the studs down. So there's been so much that could have gone against them that's gone for them, and they've taken advantage of that. And Switzerland, fantastic effort. I think the game probably went the way most people thought because they're so well organised. They looked like they were going to get to penalties, but it has set up a magnificent last 4, if we're being honest.
Yeah, the semi-finals kind of dream, certainly from a neutral's point of view. But overall, Frank, Argentina are through to the semi-finals, but we've yet really to see the best of this side.
Yes, certainly. But on the other hand, I would say that I didn't expect Argentina to be so powerful working together. You know, before the World Cup, I didn't put them in the 4th favorite. I put Portugal, and I didn't expect Argentina to see all the players doing what they were capable of doing 4 years ago, working out for the genius Messi and compensating, you know, the fact that that guy doesn't participate in all defensive actions, and working hard for the country. And they are in the semi-final of the World Cup. So, yeah, maybe they were on the good side of the bracket, but they're in the semi-final of the World Cup. And if we didn't expect to see them there, they are there. And it's hard work. And every time we say, they're not going to go through, and it's still here. And I think congratulations to them. Maybe we didn't see the best of them. It's going to be a big test against England with all the history that there is behind that game. But finally, even if I think the Swiss gave what they had to give them to give in that game, but I think that will be a big test the next game.
What a finish from Julian Alvarez.
Incredible, and Craig said it. It's those moments of magic that somebody pops in, Romero with a header, Messi being Messi, Alvarez, who's been quite quiet in the whole game, like Messi, like all Argentine going forward, because they scored early, and after that, that was it. I think they had 2 shots after their goal in the 10th minute. And again, collectively, we said it the other day, they're underwhelming. They are really underwhelming, and they might step up for the semi-final. They will have to, otherwise England will win. But they always find a way. One way or another, they just find a way of winning those games.
Let's talk about the Embolo sending off. As you mentioned, some calls have gone Argentina's way. By the letter of all, this was completely the right decision.
This is only because the change in the laws of how far VAR can reach. 6 months ago, this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
But 6 months ago, they would have made a mistake.
That's correct, but they were not re-refereeing yellow cards. He had a yellow card for a rash challenge. He went for a 50-50 with Paredes. He got there first. Whether he feels there's going to be a challenge or not doesn't matter. It absolutely doesn't matter. And the replays clearly showed that he threw himself to the ground. So it's simulation. It doesn't matter if it's in the box. And it doesn't matter because it's not in the box. He's not trying to win a penalty and it's on the halfway line. Simulation, in the same sentence, is cheating. It's trying to con the referee, and it doesn't matter where it is in the pitch, whether it's a defensive one or an attacking one, or in the mid or in the halfway line. He has attempted to con the referee. Well, he did con him, but VAR was able to go back and look at this. And when the referee saw it, it was clear. It's very, very frustrating from a Swiss point of view and from a player point of view. But when you know you're on a yellow card, and maybe the player's not aware, maybe and I'm sure they've been told, but maybe
should have been.
Maybe some players are not quite aware of the reach now of VAR.
It's not an excuse, though.
No, it's not an excuse. But you shouldn't be throwing yourself to the ground because you're putting yourself in danger of this happening. And unfortunately, he deserved the second yellow.
Do you have sympathy for him, Frank?
Yeah, because he's not the only one. I don't want to point Mbolo as the only one doing that. And we saw that.
This is not precedent. We saw it in the US-Paraguay game, obviously. Tim Ream against Sam.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's only fair. I think it's what I like VAR is because you go to the right justice, and that was it. He simulated the action, and nobody touched him, and he went on the floor. And it's only fair that he has been punished, and it was a second yellow card. So bye bye, and that's sad, but it is what it is.
But what's wrong with Argentina? Craig made the point. He said, "Who was the team that got someone sent off?" Because it didn't seem to change anything.
Yeah, I mean, on Mbolo, it's on him. And for me, he let his team down. They were the better team at the time. Ndoye scored. They were better than Argentina. Argentina were under pressure. And then that changes everything. After that, you're right. And we said it the other day that Switzerland will give them a good game. Yeah. Because, as we said, they're well organized. They're quite physical, even without Manzambi. But Argentina could just not find a way through. It was all very sterile possession from right to left, a bit like in handball or whatever. And then nothing, just not cutting edge, just nothing. And that's what the most disappointing. Against England, it'd be a different game, obviously, in that semi-final. But apart from Messi and this incredible shot by Alvarez, there's been nothing going forward offensively from this team. Nothing from Lautaro Martinez. We said the other day, they lack pace out wide. I'm not sure. I don't think this system works either for them.
How would you rate Messi today, Frank?
Sometimes, he could have scored. The ref lifted the flag, but it was an offside, so he could have scored a goal, and they would have say, well, again, the little guy, he did what he had to do. But if he doesn't score, he's not somebody that you see a lot. And he's been like that throughout his career, where he doesn't run a lot, you don't really see him, but suddenly he makes something special, and you call him a genius, who he is. But no, we didn't see him a lot. And like the others, it's always complicated. But already what he was talking, say, okay, yeah, against England, they will have to show something else. But England's going to be tired. There are two big games, and they have something, the Argentines have something we can help them to win again. And that's maybe not fair comparing to the other team who are fighting a lot to get something. They are fighting, but it's not convincing. Nothing is convincing right now, and let's see how it works. But they will need to have a fantastic Messi if they want to go through.
But here's the deal: you're now 6 games in, right?
Yeah.
He's played every game, I think. He plays
on the bench. The third group.
He's played 120
he came on
20 minutes today.
Yeah,
and we'll get to that later with a certain individual who didn't. And he's almost 40, or he's getting towards 40. So you're not going to see him, I would imagine, unless, well, he's not going to get any more rest. The rest is the rest between now and the semi-final and the semi-final and the final. And as every year goes by and as every tournament goes by, every 4 years, it's more and more difficult. Doesn't get easier to run about, to influence the game. So it is just these little moments. And as the games get more chaotic and open, as Argentina have, it really doesn't help him.
Yeah.
Because then it leaves him really isolated in the fact that he's not defending. He's unable to defend because he's so tired. So that goes against him. But there's still that magic in there that can pop out at any moment. He's just not going to be here, there and everywhere for 90 or 120 minutes. Not in match day 1, and definitely not in match day 7, which is the semi-final. So again, Argentina, it's about moments. How did they win the World Cup? Or one of the reasons they were in the final and won it last time out? It was the support network around Messi, but he was 4 years younger. So that support network has to be stronger. And I'm not sure it is. And I think that's why they are as open as they have been. And they're going to, I know we're going to get to it, but they're going to have to be a hell of a lot better to beat England. And if they do that, even better to beat France or Spain.
We will indeed be talking about that game a little later on. Just when's the next Gavin Jules podcast, Jules?
on Wednesday.